Media from Archer Travel Service, and I am so excited to welcome today from Norwegian Cruise Line Australia, Sam. How are you doing today? Well, we are glad to learn. I know the Australian agents have been talking about it, and just to let everyone know, if you have any questions, please put those questions in chat anytime during the webinar, and I'll save those for Q&A with Sam at the end. And yeah, so without further ado, I'll let you get started.
You can see it. All right. Is that coming up?
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, hang on. Helps if I actually press share. Then it will work.
Yeah, there you go. We can see your screen now.
All right. Beautiful. All right. So I'm just going to quickly show you the website first, only because this is the best link to use if the one that comes in your welcome emails is having a bit of a hiatus at some point. So if you just go to our website at any point, scroll right down the bottom under Travel Partners Login, that'll bring up the travel agent portal. So once you click on that, your website will look like this, and you'll just need to enter your username and your password in there. So if anyone has any issues, it's usually better not to click the forgot credentials, because sometimes it'll go to Miami and doesn't really filter through to us, so it can take a lot longer. So if you email myself or our sales support team, you will get access a little bit faster in terms of password reset. So I'll sign in under mine, and I'm going to take you through. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. I think I have had it open too long. Let me just close it down and reopen it. Okay, so once you're logged into Norwegian Central, you'll have this wonderful screen show up, and I'm just going to run through all these tabs so you know what you have. We have a number of different tools and options available to you. Now, the first one and most important one for you guys is our rewards program. So if you click on our Partners First Rewards, and I do encourage everybody to sign up for our Partners First Rewards, because every booking you make earns you points. And those points turn into dollars, which you can draw down for gift cards. So the more bookings you do with us, the more money you get from us as well. So it is definitely a great tool to have. The way you do that is you click on this apply for membership button. Then you will fill out the form. You need to have your agency ID. So majority of you will be set up and have been sent the welcome email. It'll have your agency ID in there. It just makes the process a lot quicker. If you are missing that ID, it can take a little bit longer to be confirmed. Once you have logged in and your account has been verified, they will send you a PIN code and a membership number. Once you have those, you will come back into this page and click on register your account, which is just here. Once you've registered and filled in a few more details, your account will be live and ready to go. And I will show you what it looks like by logging into mine. Oh, it will send you a verification code. Sorry, there is a step process, so bear with me while I get that code. Oh. Okay, so once you're in, it will take you to the live portal here, where it'll have some general information about NCL. To earn your points, you just click on earn points, and it'll show you what category types and how much you will get. To make a claim, if you're doing a direct booking through us, you just click on direct, put in your reservation number, click next, and then it'll get reviewed. Now, it's based on creation date. So as soon as the booking is created and there is money on file, you will submit the booking straight away. You don't need to wait until it is paid in full. It's unlikely that you'll be going through a wholesaler, but if you did happen to use a wholesaler at some point, we do have the bookings that are made through wholesalers as well. To spend your points and to draw down your gift cards, you'll get on your main screen, you'll get a list of how many points you have, and then it'll tell you how to draw your gift cards down from here. And as you can see, we've got quite a wide variety of different gift cards to choose from. Going back to the main portal now, just go back. Okay. Now, a couple of other few things to mention. Given that you all have your own individual businesses, we have a marketing headquarters tab here. Now, marketing headquarters allows you to customize flyers to promote certain sailings to your individual databases. We also have general information about the product. So you'll get your customizable flyers through here, and you'll be able to put your own information on them and our sailings and promote them however you choose. You can also find e-brochures through here. We have social media tiles, videos, and our partner reference materials. I'll just show you exactly what we have in here. So we have our new deployment guides, our why NCL's value. We have a number of information on our free at sea. We also have some little guides about our groups. If you wish to take our group to give you better pricing in the market as well. There's minimal risk with these as it's only a small deposit, and as long as it's cancelled prior to final payment, they are refundable as well. So it is a good tool to have up your sleeve if you've got big groups of people or you would like to promote a specific sailing. There is a lot of kickbacks for you as well with the more cabins you have. So definitely play around in that tool. All right, the next thing that is useful to you is our NCLU. Now, this is our own internal academy. There is little modules on our product and our system and all things NCL. The more of those modules you complete, the better it is for you, as we will give you discounts towards our own cruises. You just need to book that through the online portal. We also offer agent rates. So if you did want an agent rate to go on your own cruise, you just need to email either myself or our sales support team on salessupport@ncl.com. Now, to get into and actually make a booking with NCL, I will take you through that process now. So on our side here, we've got new reservation and existing reservation. So existing reservation is where you would go to maintain or manage any bookings you have currently. But to make a brand new booking, we are going to click on this new reservation tile just here. And we're just going to sign in. Okay, now this first screen it looks a little bit different on my side, but it'll basically just have your name and email and store that you are participating in. You basically just need to bypass this screen. Actually, I just need to change this, otherwise we're going to get it in USD and it's going to confuse you. Okay, then you'll have this screen, which is our search screen. So you just need to pick a date that you want the cruise to be in. So I'll pick something in August. It is a good idea to have the ship name or the embark port. We tend to not put in destination. Even though it will give you a search, you will more than likely end up with a whole bunch of searches that are not really relevant to what you're looking for, and it can give you pages and pages of information. So to narrow it down, we usually get you to search for the cruises through our website to start with. Oh, hang on, I think the page is gone. But just go through our website. You can find all the itineraries there, and the ships and the departure ports, and narrow it down just a little bit easier. Then come to the booking portal and get your pricing. So we'll start with the ship here. We'll start with just 2 guests for our example today, but if you are looking for cabins for 5 or 6 guests, or up to 8, which we can go up to, you would put all your guests in here. We don't need to put in anything over 55 latitude numbers, and we always leave these fields blank. And it'll search for cabins that support that number of people only. Now that we're going into 2, we'll just click Start Search. A little bit slow today. Okay. And then it'll give you a list that we have we have 6 sailings within that period of time. Now, as you will see, there is a number of pricing here. We recommend you don't quote from this screen, just because it doesn't always contain all the taxes or some of the port charges. To double check your information before going into a sailing, you can click and hover over the ship name here. It will also give you a little bit of a blurb about the ship itself. You can also hover over this view tab, which will give you the itinerary, just to double check where it is going to and from, and to make sure you have selected the right option. So once you've worked out that, say for example, this first one is the correct option, you would just click on the select tab over here. And it's going to go straight into all the categories that we have available. So it starts from our highest categories up the top and works our way down. So Haven being our luxury complex within a large ship. Now you need to have a special key to have access to this area, but to confirm you are in one of our Haven rooms, you're looking for anything that's starting with a H. That indicates you are in that Haven complex. Moving down, anything with this M category indicates a suite. If there is an S in front of it as well, there are also suites. On this particular ship, we don't have any available at the moment. Moving down, anything with a B in front of it will indicate that it is a balcony. O indicates ocean view, and I indicates interior. Now, with all these other letters that are standing next to it, X indicates that this is our sail away rate. So sail away rate is our cheapest price point majority of the time. It guarantees them a cabin on the cruise in the chosen category. So if you did choose interior, it will be guaranteed interior. If you chose an ocean view, it would be a guaranteed ocean view. The only difference by choosing this category is that it doesn't include our free at sea promotion, which I'll go through in a bit more detail in a moment. And this is our value add, which majority of guests would want to travel with. Usually there isn't a huge price difference between the two. For example, here, this is accurate pricing and total price for the cabin. As you can see here, a sail away rate is $4,400 versus a standard stateroom, which will include our free at sea. Now, free at sea is generally worth about 2,900 Australian dollars per person. So for an extra $300 or so here, you're definitely better off upgrading them, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. The other thing you need to be aware of is these other codes next to these eyes indicate where the cabin is positioned. So if you are looking at a more forward or aft position, you'll be looking around these lower alphabetic letters. The closer to midship, which is usually the most ideal place, you are looking for these A and B categories. So that'll help narrow it down if your guests are looking for a specific location. Another thing to be cautious of on this screen is these guarantee okay and these numbers here. Guarantee status means that we will guarantee you a cabin somewhere on the ship. So they don't get to choose where it's located, what deck it is on. So you need to make your guests aware of this, because if they choose this option, they get allocated a cabin and they are not comfortable or happy of the location, it's a bit of bad luck and they're stuck with it. So you just really need to have that conversation with your customers to make sure that they don't mind where they're located. The OK symbol that you will see here indicates that we have a number of cabins to choose from, and the number next to it indicates how many we have. So it's just a good idea so you can see availability when you're looking at those last minute departures as well. So now that we've gone through all that, I'll show you actually how to go in and make a booking. It's pretty straightforward in most cases, but I'm going to show you the more agent-friendly version. So we'll stick with the balcony BA category, which is our most popular midship balcony category. If you were to select the select button here, you aren't doing anything wrong. It's just going to take you the long way around. As soon as you select it, it's going to make you choose a cabin number, put in all your guest information before you even get a price. And most of the time, you're looking for that price point first before you even get down that channel. So to bypass the long version, there is a blue highlighted tab here in the middle. We're going to click on that. It's going to take you into our price program screen. You actually don't need to select anything in here anymore, as it is auto-populated for you. So you just need to click on this Apply Promotions tab. And it's going to take you straight into our pricing screen, which I'll run through with you now. So you'll see that you have a per person costing here. So this 4,002. And then you've got your total cabin price here. The A that you are seeing in the front indicates that it is in Australian dollars. Now, you won't see it on my screen, unfortunately, but this is where you will see your gross and your net figures, and you will also see your commission total. So for all Archer Travel employees at the moment, it is 10% commission on all cabins, no matter which one you choose. Now, a few other things to mention in this screen and look out for is you will see all these inclusions, so you know what you've quoted for your guests. So in this one, you've got our free at sea promotion included, which is our beverage package, dining, internet, and shore excursion credit. You also have our 50% off discount, some early booking discounts, and our onboard credit offer due to our current promotion. Now, coming down the bottom, I will run through free at sea in a little bit more detail for you. So the first code here indicates that you have our 50% off Australian discount. The second Bev pack indicates that we have our premium unlimited beverage package included. Now, that premium beverage package includes premium cocktails and spirits. They will also get beer, wine, and soda included. And as you can see, it is applicable to guest 1 and guest 2 in the booking. If you have more guests in a particular cabin, as long as they are over the age of 21, they will also get this beverage package. However, if it is a family, so 2 adults and 2 children, for example, the adults will be the only ones getting the beverage package. The children don't get anything. The only slight different rule to that is if it's say a parent and a child traveling, where it's just the 2 of them, you will notice that the adult will still get the beverage package, but the child, which would be in this position, it would say soda package. That is the only time the soda packages will be present in this screen. The next option is our Wi-Fi minutes. So the 150 indicates the amount of minutes. Sometimes this will also state 250 if it is a longer sailing. And as you can see, it is only applicable to guest 1 and guest 2. If you did have more passengers in this particular cabin, it will only ever remain on guest 1 and guest 2. The next one is our shore excursion credit. Now, the shore excursion is 50 USD, and it is available on every shore excursion that we offer. So usually it's one per port. However, in a lot of cases, we do overnight stops as well. So if the time allows and they can do one in the morning and one in the evening, they will get that $50 off per excursion. Now, the only other thing to make note of here, as you can see, it is only available to the first guest in the booking. So traveling with a family, this usually works out in the wash and it doesn't really cause any dramas. But if you are traveling with two friends, for example, try and have the discussion to see if one is more likely to be more adventurous than the other. And then we would usually put the person doing more excursions in position one. If they are on an even playing field, just let them know that only the first person gets it and they might need to work out between themselves how they'd like to spread out that discount. The next one is our specialty dining package. Now, the 2 indicates the amount of meals. Usually it ranges between 1, 2, and 3, depending on cabin type and duration. So 1 meal is technically broken down into an entree, main, and dessert at a particular restaurant, which allows them to do 2 times that. And they can book those up to 120 days prior to sailing if they wish to pre-book. Our current promotion having the onboard credit, and as you'll see broken down for guest 1 and guest 2 again. The $100 here is indicative of USD because everything on board the ship is in US dollars. Now, once everybody's happy with this and they would like to actually make the booking, we just click up to the stateroom tab up the top here, and you will get a list of all the cabin types we have available. You can also break it down by deck. So you just click on the deck there, and it'll give you a full view of all the cabins we have available. So on deck 12, we are a little bit more limited, as you can see, as we have a number of grade tabs out. The grade tabs can indicate cabins that are not applicable to this category that you have chosen as well. But as we can see, these purple ones here are towards the front. You can click them directly off the plan here, or you can tab through here and select them through here as well. A couple of little tips to point out. You will see that some of these have pluses, some of them will have triangles and so forth. There is a little, if you hover over the little legend here, it'll tell you the meaning of those as well to help it break it down. If you are looking at a cabin specific and you'd like some more information, these little eye tabs over here, you can click on and it'll give you some more information about the particular cabin that you've chosen, from its square footage to the bedding breakup to whether it has phones or refrigerators in the room. It'll also tell you the positioning as well. So I will select this cabin for the time being. One other quick thing I will point out to you, there is also a little filter tab at the top here. If you were to open that, you can specifically look for certain types of cabins. So for example, if you did want a wheelchair accessible, you can click on that wheelchair accessible. You can and then select the cabin types that you're looking for. I'll just click a few for this example. Click apply parameters. And it will only bring up wheelchair accessible cabins available on the ship. As you can see, we do have quite a wide variety available. So you would just tick on the cabin number that you're looking for, click select, and it will apply that cabin to your booking. As we're going through, you will have this little shopping cart show up on the side here. And as you can see, it is building our package for us. You will see that we're on the Norwegian Bliss. We are in a BA category. We have chosen cabin number 14262. And now we need to enter our guest information. Now, if your guests are past passengers and they have given you their latitude numbers, you can just manually enter them in these fields here and tab through and it'll update the information. If they are past guests but don't know their latitude numbers, you would click on the search field here and it'll bring up the information. Or if they're brand new and never sailed, you would click on create and enter their information. So I'm just going to leave that blank for the time being and continue through. Now you can tick through all the tabs down the bottom here, but to make your life easier, because some of these aren't applicable to you, you can use these little tab toggles across the top. I'll just let you know what they are. So the land tab will be if you would like to add any pre or post accommodation to your booking. Usually this isn't available until there is money on file, and sometimes it's not available until 120 days prior to sailing, but at times it will be out earlier. So if you click on land programs, it will show you what we have available. Air options is where you would add any transfers. Now, I know air options is very strange to have it under that, but what we do is we get you to add in the flight numbers that you have booked, and it will validate the fare and then automatically add in the transfers to match the booking for you. And you will see those pop up under here if you do go down that avenue. Price, travel protection and motor coach is not something we use. That is for the US market, but we all use the same system. That's why you will see them in here. Special requests is where you will add in any dietary, medical, split beds, anything like that. You can also add in anniversary, birthdays, congratulations information. All you need to do is tick the option that applies to you, tick the guest it applies to, choose a delivery date. You can put in the delivery time and the delivery place, being cabin or dining room, and you can also make some notes and add it in there. If you just wanted to reconfirm your pricing with them at any time, you can always tab back to the pricing screen. And our payment schedule is basically our last tab, which will give you your total price for the deposit, which is total for the amount of guests in the cabin, when it is due, and the final payment date and when it is due. Now, with deposits, we can extend them out, and there will be a tab in here that allows you to do that. Because we don't have guest names at the moment, it's not showing up, but any cabin outside of the haven and suites, you can extend up to 7 days. The suites will only give you a maximum of 3 days deposit. So once that's all held in, this shopping tab that you're seeing over here will change to offer. And that's how you know the booking is secured until your deposit due date. Once you have money on file, that will change again to booked, and that's how you know that your booking is confirmed until this final payment date. A couple of other things to note just on the side here. Once the booking is held, this is where you will send yourself your confirmations. You can check your itinerary information, check your commissions, and then there's a whole bunch of tabs going on over here. Some of them aren't visible at the moment just because we don't have money on file, but that is your go-to tab in here. So that is how you make a booking. There will also be a tab over here once it's confirmed to cancel out. If you were to click on that cancel tab and a price came up, that's how you know you'll be charged a fee. If it comes up as 0, you're free to cancel. Generally, our cancellation policy is, as long as it's cancelled prior to 90 days to sailing, it is free of charge, and all deposits will be refunded. As soon as they get over that 90 days, they will lose deposit, and then it goes up by percentages from there. So it usually goes into 25, 50, 75, and then 100, usually 2 weeks out from sailing. And that is pretty much how you make a booking. If anybody does want some individual one-on-one training, we do have a book a BDM option, which will be available on the main screen here as well. I will just point that out. So if you click on this book a BDM tab here, you can book one-on-one training sessions with me, even if it's just to go over product or destination or a bit more about NCL. I do encourage you to do that. I'm more than happy to jump on a virtual meeting with you guys and go through that and anything that you need. So if there are any questions, I will open that field now.
Perfect. We have some questions for you.
Yes.
So the first question is there a list of the codes you showed and what they stand for, and where can I find those?
We are still, there is no active code database at the moment. We are in the process of working that out. We should hopefully have it in the next few days. So as soon as I do, I'll send that out to the network for you.
Perfect. Okay, next question is, are there any opportunities for ship inspections in Australia?
Yes, there will be. Unfortunately, the season this year has just finished, as Spirit is our main ship here in Australia, and she has just left us this week actually to go back to the US for her Alaska season. But we will have more. She comes back down again in December this year. It's unlikely we'll be holding them in December, but more will come out in January, February, March next year. The best way to see the information for that is to be signed up for Partners First Rewards, as our rewards members get first take. So I do encourage you all to sign up to that to be first takers on any new ship inspections.
Perfect. Next question is, you talked about the book a BDM button. Would we reach out to you as our BDM, or would we find our local BDM?
No, so I am your dedicated manager for all Archers travel. If I, for some reason, not available, you can book with another BDM, but I am your first point of contact, yes.
Perfect. Next question, are there any TA rates available?
Yes. So TA rates, there is a button here for TA rates. It's not the most reliable though, and isn't always updated. So you can either email myself or our sales support team I'll repeat that again. It was sales support, AUNZ at ncl.com. The percentage can change on the sailings depending on when it is and how close you are, but on average, it's up to 30% off for agent rates.
Perfect. Next question is, I see there's a tab for image library. Is that where I can find social media marketing tools? And if I do share social media marketing tools, do I have to tag the region in the post, or what are the copyright image details?
No. So the reason we have these flyers, I'll just go into it again. So the reason we have these flyers is so that you can edit them because they're already pre-done by us. I'll just bring up a customizable flyer so you can see. All you really need to do is choose what suits you and then put your call to action, and it's basically all coming back to you because we've already done the hard work and the copyright and all that bits that we rely on here. So you just go and you can do it by destination or ship, choose what you want, customize it, and put your details in at the bottom. So you can choose any of these. So these are destination ones, but they were for ship as well. If you wanted to specifically go onto one of our ships, you can choose one of those as well.
Perfect, thanks. Next question is, what is the farthest out I could book a cruise, for example, April 2025?
Yes. Not all itineraries we have available for 2025 yet, but we've just opened up a number of our Asian, Hawaiian, and there is some of our Europe sailings open till April 2025. So if it's in the system, you can definitely book it.
Perfect. Next question is, how many make up a group, and are there group rates?
Yes, we definitely have group rates. Minimum is 5 cabins. To get the tour conductor credit, which is the bonus back to you, we do need a minimum of 8. And we have a dedicated groups department. So you can either email me first, otherwise the group's email address is fsgroups ncl.com. And Will, who is our group's coordinator, is very, very good. You can also book training with him if you need more information around how groups work and what's included.
Perfect. And last question is, are there any certification courses or trainings I can take on your website?
Yes, that is through our NCLU tab here. So you just need to click on that, and it'll go through all the course orientation here. Obviously, the more courses you complete, you also get your own percentage attached to your latitude number, which allows you to book agent rates through our online portal as well.
Perfect. That's great. Well, I think that's all the questions we have for now. And if they want to reach out to you, Sam, is there a place they could reach out to you?
Yes, so either through that book a BDM, or if you just want to email me for general inquiries, my email is samorgan@ncl.com. And I do have a phone number as well, although I don't know it off the top of my head. So bear with me one moment and I will grab it for you. Okay, it is 0477 333 917.
Perfect. Okay, well, thank you so much, Sam. The agents
No
saying
problem.
this is very informative and they really appreciate this, as well as we really appreciate you coming out and doing this and being flexible, coming back.
No problem.
So if you guys want to watch this recording, it's right here on your Australia page. Thanks for the questions. We put Sam's contact information in the chat too, so if you guys need that. And Sam, is there anything else you'd like to say before we close out?
No, just if anybody has any issues or questions, or they're just struggling to get a booking across the line, please reach out. I'm more than happy. I was an agent myself for 10 years and I have sold a number of different cruises. So I can definitely tell you my hints and tips and how to be successful, or just to how to, what to give your customer to get them over the line. So please reach out if you do need anything.
Oh, we love that, and we thank you so much for that. And thank you, everyone, for joining us. And until next time, thanks again, Sam. Bye, everyone.
No worries. Bye, guys.